dear. I knew this was going to be emotional, but I didn't quite know how emotional it is, so forgive me. Thank you. Thank all of you so much. Being here, back at Middlesex, is crucial. It's so important. And thank you. It's all a bit surreal. My lovely partner over there somewhere, Dan, bless him, he's been on this huge roller coaster with me over the last 23 years. But I think he's a little bit fed up of me bleating on about how weird I find all this, how surreal it all is. And the fact I do feel a little bit, if I'm honest with you, I feel a little bit of a fraud. You know, I don't have a chip on my shoulder, I've got a forest. I can't tell you how many plays Shakespeare wrote. I don't know. I can only quote, "To be or not to be, that is the question," but only because it's my mum's favourite quote. My mum told me that I could be whatever I wanted to be, and my dad told me I could be whatever I wanted to be, as long as I worked hard. And because I was deaf, he said, "Jen, you're going to have to work harder than hard. You're going to have to work bloody hard." My careers officer at secondary school told me I could be a librarian. Libraries are nice, quiet places, perfect for a deaf person. Have you any idea how noisy deaf people are? Because they can't hear the noise they make. I wanted to be a dancer, and I wanted to go to Middlesex Polytechnic, as it was back then. That's really showing my age. I wanted to go to Middlesex because it did dance, drama, and music. The music bit, for obvious reasons, I was a little bit worried about. They forced me to play the flute. I was dreadful, really dreadful. I had a ball. The most extraordinary 3 years of my life. We were given such responsibility by the course teachers to make the course what we wanted it to be. There was no real surveillance, but, you know, we had to work to make sure we passed all our modules. So we were actors, directors, we were playing with soundscapes, we were playing in the mud down by the river, we got up to all sorts. And of course, you know, we had a fantastic year, and I met some friends for life, Annie Blake and Joy Banton, they're over there, they know who they are. Important people in our lives. You too will take people with you for the rest forevermore. I know Beard has said lots of very nice things about me, but I was not a model student. The route to the dance studios was via the bar. It's a bit distracting, that. So, my waistline started to expand, as did my bra size, you know, increasing with the overindulgence of the lovely watered-down beer they used to sell at Trent Park. And I realised, figuresque-wise, I probably wasn't cut out to be a dancer. But it didn't matter, because Middlesex was about all sorts of bodies, all shapes and sizes, and that freedom to explore across genres. So I got more and more into acting, and solo performance work, and the whole world of physical theatre. Oh, it was phenomenal. And of course, the year of 1986, we thought our year was the best year. You know, we had that confidence, that self-belief. We were the most radical students Middlesex has ever had. I hope you feel like that, the year of 2013. You have to. You have to believe you're the best. And we did. It is terrifying leaving full-time education. There's no two ways about it. By September, you'll start to think, oh my goodness, hang on in there. I mean, we do feel for you lot because it's such a tough climate out there. But I hope that your time at Middlesex has instilled within you, as it did with us, the fact that the arts, theatre, music and dance are crucial. They are crucial to what it means to be human. And you have that huge responsibility to take great art everywhere, to all the nooks and crannies, to the diversity of people. Take art to everywhere. Art is not just for posh people to go to the opera. I also want you to share with me the importance of inclusion and accessibility. Grey, where I work, and I work with some fab people like Amit and Kev who are here, Jen and Vicky who are my sign language interpreters, and I work with extraordinary actors. It's a company that's built on social injustice. All my artists are deaf and disabled and nobody else wants them, but I do. I want them because they bring with me not what they can't do, but what they can do. And it's rich and glorious. I cannot tell you how much I love my job. But it's not always gorgeous. Some directors say to me, Jenny, darling, can't you see that it's much more palatable for a non-disabled person to play a disabled character? It's easier on the audience. Jenny, I don't think our audience are ready for you lot to be on our stage. Or a drama school has said to one of my actors, please come back when you're cured. Or a casting director at the National Theatre said to another one of my actors, with that arm, I'm sorry, we can't ever see you on our stage. Those attitudes are still out there. When I got the job co-directing the Paralympic ceremony with Bradley, we knew we had a global opportunity to put inclusion, participation, all of us in our glory on this massive stage. Not only through a really heartwarming but political narrative, but also the work that we did with volunteers. So volunteers out there, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Without you, we wouldn't have had a show. You all got the nuances and the political message and the absolute right for inclusion and participation. You made it happen. And I also had trained 44 deaf and disabled artists in circus and performance skills, the biggest training initiative of so many disabled people. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. And on that night in the stadium, you know, audiences joining in with Spasticus Autisticus, a new disability anthem, and then the audiences leaving singing, I am what I am. So you go from the political to the camp. It was heaven on earth. And I had so much hope afterwards that my artist, the phone would be ringing, emails would be coming, they'd be off, you know, telling the world about them. There was a silence, a horrible, horrible silence. But then I got a phone call from Channel 4. Yes, made it, brilliant. Dear Jenny, well, it's a phone call. My administrator said Jen doesn't hear on the phone, so I got an email. So the email says, Dear Jenny, congratulations on a remarkable ceremony. Please would you like to put forward your volunteer and your professional disabled cast forward for our fantastic programme, The Undateables. I don't know whether you've seen it. It is like a modern-day freak show. It's voyeuristic, it's patronising, and it's deeply offensive. That is not the legacy of what I wanted for 2012. I'm gutted, actually. But being here today, you know what? I'm not gutted. Let's forget that word legacy. It's gone. The time is now, and the time is you lot. I feel really, really determined and inspired because we have a whole new generation of young, energised artists who are skilled because Middlesex University have taught you well, and it's there in your guts. So come with me. Go out there into that journey of the world and think about inclusive practice, because you will. So actually, it really is over to you. You will make change. You will impact on the world in the way that I've not been able to do. So it is over to you. And just remember one last thing. The thing that keeps in my mind all the time, a quote from Professor Hawking, who gave us our first quote for the Paralympics. Don't look down at your feet. Look up at the stars. Be curious. So off you go. Be curious. Enjoy it. Find those battles. Fight them with passion and determination. and have fun, and always value your friends and your family, because without mine, I would not be here where I am today. Good luck, and thank you for this wonderful honour. Thank you.